people and non-people.
Non-people especially.
Especially, those are the ones we speak to.
Yeah, aliens.
Those that aren't quite cooked yet.
Yeah. Those of us who are al dente.
4-day work week. Yes, very true. Quite, Jay.
Why do those always seem longer though? Like
I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't
like,
think the math adds up.
How's that happen? Like I'm really excited because like Wednesday's kind of I got the trivia night on Wednesdays where if I can get there, I can drink myself into oblivion and eat pizza. But which happens tomorrow, and I'm like, yay! But then I don't know. It always seems like it takes longer.
Yeah, and I always feel like I'm behind on whatever it is. I'm delayed on anything because as far as work goes, well, what were you doing on Monday? Just screwing around?
Yeah.
No, not. We were all screwing around.
Yeah, I was.
But none of the agendas changed.
Yeah. So still got stuff to do.
Hey, that's life, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the longest show ever, but there's enough stuff, interesting things that happened, even though it just got heated up here. And, because normally when when media comes back from a 3-day vacation, they don't do anything on the first day. Today they got a couple of things out the door, so.
There you go.
It's kind of interesting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gratefully Alive was fishing. That sounds really nice, actually.
Yeah.
Screwing around the internet as opposed to
3 bike rides in 3 days. I did 30 miles on Saturday and 10 on Sunday with Sierra, and then 50 yesterday with a friend of mine.
Nice, man. You're getting those numbers in.
Oh boy, I tell you what, it's a lot.
I've shifted a little. I did do a hike. I went to Natural Bridge with Evie Sunday morning, which was nice. I really like that hike because you get a good amount of elevation, and I always see, it's always funny when you see a family with like little kids. Once I saw a guy with a stroller, I'm like, dude, not going to work. Not going to work. But it was fun. It's fun to get outside. Yeah. I've been doing less walking though. I've been doing more, a weird exercise regimen. Just basketball. Just basketball. I pop up there and I go play for half an hour against myself.
Yeah.
So.
It's better for you, though. It's like you want that interval training type stuff where,
Right.
It's like rather than just being constant the entire time.
Yeah, and you're running over here and you're over here. Yeah, it has some randomness to it. It's actually not too bad. I'm liking it. I get my sweat on.
Yeah,
get my sweat on. So there you go.
Yeah, with me, it's like just got to, there's no flat ground anywhere in central Kentucky. So I have people that try to give me interval training workouts, and I'm like, I don't need it. I'm going to it's all hills. Can't help it. That's what hills are. They're intervals.
Yeah, that's how it happens.
Well, we go to Ohio, though, and it's flat as hell. I might be doing that in a couple of weeks, but yeah, we'll see.
Oh, that would be interesting, Drew. Have you ever carried a GoPro on your head?
Yeah, so because Dark Horse was saying that because I haven't ever actually looked into it. I don't know if the streaming will work or not. I am going to do a 60-mile ride on Saturday. That's going to be pretty interesting. So
yeah, it would be interesting if people could check in with that and
just throw it up
see
on
what's
the
going
Twitch
on.
stream.
Just throw it up on the Twitch stream. Yeah. What you need is a camera on. You know what we could do? Actually, we could FaceTime you, and I could be sitting there. I'd have to do it. I'd have to be non-working out.
Yeah.
Or I could throw a treadmill down here.
There you go. That works.
And you could be walking, and I could be giving reports on what I'm seeing from your perspective.
That works. Yeah, because the bike ride on Saturday is going to be, that'll probably take with rests, I don't know, 5 hours at most.
Yeah. Do you have a little phone holder on your bike?
I don't. I used to have one, and then I drove my car into the garage too quickly. And I thought I destroyed my bike, but it would turn out I hit the phone holder, so that was the end of it.
No, there you
but
go.
I can figure something out or get a Pro or something rather.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Helmet cam. Chase vehicle? Yeah, actually. Just have the whole studio in the back of a van.
There you go.
We got a camera guy.
Yeah, maybe a rusty van with the Fark logo on it like we usually use.
A motorcycle would be great, kind of like on the what's
great,
the Tour de France? They always have those guys on the motorcycles doing interviews.
Yeah, if you could
usually
keep it down to like 20
guys.
miles an hour, I'll draft.
I'll just have a boom mic out to you.
Yeah.
What are you feeling?
It sucks. Oh my God, is it over yet?
I love it. No, that would be interesting. That would be unusual Twitch content.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, we got the Rampage set up for today, but we've got some news. You ready for that?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's jump in. All right.
Well, this, what's his name? The gorilla? Is it George?
I can't remember, probably, yeah.
It seems like it's George. Yeah, he'll finish up, and then we'll just kind of be continuing on
there
here.
You go. What happens when he knocks our bill?
We survive. We always survive. We always come out on top.
How many points is eating my face?
Reaches in. If I had that effect, he reaches in and grabs you. Yeah.
Throw my head at somebody else.
Dorado Fire. Dorado, also a great name there. Spark during gender reveal party grows to 10,574 acres, which I'm assuming is more.
It's a lot
than that now.
Yeah, so I stayed offline all weekend. I mean, I was out riding a bike anyway, but I come back and find out that some moron had a gender reveal party on Saturday. It said fire to it, and then apparently there's video. I couldn't find it in the 15 minutes I had before I came down here and started this. Where you can see them attempting to put out the flames for this thing. It didn't work, and it's still burning, and now they're evacuating all kinds of people.
Yeah.
And, the gender reveal parties, I mean, especially ones with explosives. I mean, come on.
Well,
what are you doing, man?
I think even if they didn't cause problems, they're just tacky.
Yeah.
I would be uncomfortable. I would have to say, even before this, if somebody said, hey, do you want to come to our gender reveal party? I'd say, based on principle, I have to decline.
Yeah.
And I also have to make it public that I'm declining to go to your stupid gender reveal.
Unless there's an open bar. In which case.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
Now we got to talk about what kind of liquor there is. Anyway. So these guys, the gender reveal party, it's getting bigger. The amount of area that's being evacuated is getting larger also. And this comes at a time when California, I didn't realize that California used prisoners to fight forest fires, but they let a lot of those guys out because of the COVID, and at any rate, this is not going well.
Hey, if I was in prison, I'd love to be out as a firefighter.
Yeah,
that sounds a lot more fun.
Yeah, if you're gonna cut a few months off my sentence, I guess. But then again, it depends on what they're in for. I mean, I guess white collar crimes or whatever.
I mean, there's always a threat of death, but
you took the mattress tag off. Those guys are okay.
China has given experimental coronavirus vaccines to hundreds of thousands without a single infection, Chinese drug firm claims.
Yeah, so I kind of miss this. I did see, so there's a really cool New York Times page that tracks the progress of viruses elsewhere, and they've had 2 listed in China as expedited, but they didn't say what that was, and I'm assuming this is one of them.
Yeah.
Because, apparently they've given it to hundreds of thousands of people by now, and they say 0 side effects, but I was like, come on, it can't be 0. I mean, low side effects.
That's where they go wrong. That's where what Saddam Hussein went wrong was he garnered 99% of the vote.
Yeah.
And nobody buys that. Why don't you just call it a 60-40 split and call it you're a champ?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if I believe this or not, but at any rate, I hope it's true. And it goes along with a lot of the still following all the vaccines that are coming out. And it does look like for the most part, they are working. The question is whether or not they last. And it turns out that regardless of whether they do or not, if they don't, you just go get another one. So, I mean, which wouldn't be great, but I mean, give me a shot every 3 months and we don't have to stay in lockdown and destroy the economy. Yeah, I'd do that. I'm okay with that as long as they could get it to me.
I love that they have packaging already. They've already come up with nice packaging, so it's got to work. And this looks like they're at some sort of trade show.
Yeah, I don't know if that's that probably turns into a robot and or talks to you. It's my coronavirus buddy.
Yeah.
I think I'm not really sure. I hope that's what that is. Anyway.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Sturgis Motorcycle Rally is now linked to more than 250,000 coronavirus cases.
Yeah, so this rolled in a little bit ago.
You've got the Sturgis strain.
Yeah, the Sturgis. Sturgis sounds like a communicable disease, doesn't it? I mean,
yeah.
I can't join you. I got the Sturgis. Yeah, well, apparently you could have got something at Sturgis this year. So I read this article. It shows up in Mother Jones. It's not very long. Scarce on detail. All it says is some guys in Germany went and looked at it, and they said it caused 250,000 cases. And I'm like, okay, maybe, but I mean, this is a really scant article. So I spiked it, and I'm like, okay, screw it, I'm out of here. So what happened was about an hour later, Fox News ran it. And I'm like, okay, so let's go check this out. So if you don't mind jumping to the next article.
I do not mind.
It's the actual study.
Oh, that looks official. Oh, it's a PDF.
Look how long this is like 63 pages of like, they're not guessing. They're not like, I don't know, 250,000. That seems, this thing is unbelievable.
I'm going to go to a random page and see if there's actually any information or if they just filled it with copy pasta. Let's see. Dose response estimates of effect of Sturgis on broader national spread. Yeah. Now, I do love the idea of an actual disease called Sturgis in some sort. It feels like something that would be there. So this thing is really long, and there's interesting highlights in here, but the upshot is that they conclude with a high degree of confidence that almost 20% of all of the cases in the United States, which is around 250,000 that happened since Sturgis started, are related to Sturgis. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. Well, really the best way to do it is get everyone centrally located in one place, and then for everyone to return to their homes.
They should have just stayed.
That's the smart way to spread love.
Well, one of the stats was that something like 60% of all of the counties in the United States were visited by somebody who was at Sturgis in the last 30 days.
Awesome. You know what? Now I want to know, though, does also chlamydia have an uptick after Sturgis?
I'm pretty sure it does.
There's
no doubt.
Religious leader who blamed gay marriage for coronavirus now has coronavirus.
Yeah, and I always wonder about this because, like there's a lot of articles that will come out, for example, after a tornado where I remember this happened. I can't remember what city it was, but, like the entire town's devastated. But the cross at the church is still there. Not the church, just the cross. And they're like, oh, it's a sign. What's that sign? Boy, Jesus is an asshole. Oh, my God. Couldn't leave a house up. He left the cross up. Man. So at any rate, I don't know what happens when you spend a lot of time telling your church that homosexuality is the cause of the coronavirus, and then you get the coronavirus. I think there's only one conclusion to be made.
Well, I'm sure they've found an alternative explanation by this point.
They probably have,
But I will say this, A+ on that hat.
Oh, man, this guy looks exactly like Santa Claus, maybe.
Hat is rocking.
Yeah.
Plus, he's got like a pimp walking stick.
Yeah.
Which also works for this. This guy is legit.
Guarantee you he hits people with that stick too. 100%.
For sure.
He just beats people with it.
For sure. Nobody is leaving. Also, just a side note, the kids are in school still, so that's why I'm not yelling.
I got something for you to yell out here in a little bit. It's coming.
All right. Nobody is leaving. Hampton's locals say wealthy visitors are staying put after Labor Day weekend to avoid paying city taxes, with some houses renting for $100,000 a month over winter. Wait, why? I don't understand how they're not paying taxes if they actually live.
Yes.
Isn't their main residence in New York?
I had to read this. So interesting little sidebar. I was talking to a friend of mine who's an attorney at a law firm in New York City. And he and his wife spent 10 years building this cabin up in the woods somewhere, not in Manhattan, obviously. And when all this broke out, they took their small child and they basically went up there to hang out. So I was talking to him the other day and I said, have you been back to your apartment in Queens yet? And he goes, no, we sold it. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah, man. He's like, this work from home thing, man, it's forever. And in fact, the article appeared last week. I didn't run it because it wasn't interesting, but in the context of this article, it is. New York City is running out of U-Haul vans. So many people are leaving.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And this is happening in San Francisco, too, by the way, because people are realizing, like my friend said, he's like, why am I paying $4,000 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment in Queens that I'm not using? And I can work from here, which I've been trying to get people to come to Kentucky for years for that exact reason. They always want to know why I live here. It's because it's cheap.
And you still have a great nightlife, unlike New York at the moment.
Yeah. So what's going on here is that, and this actually started happening early on during the pandemic. All the rich people, they all have houses in the Hamptons because that's a thing. And I've never been, but it sounds nice. It's full of rich douchebags, I'm sure. But they all effed off to the Hamptons, and they've been living there. And in fact, the local sort of economy has been strained a bit because apparently it's something like the normal population is 20,000 people, and they didn't say how many people live there when it's full up, but let's go with 100,000. It's a lot. And grocery stores have been having a hard time keeping up in the off season. Well, so the Hamptons season ends on Monday, like yesterday. And that's it. Everybody goes home. Well, they woke up today and nobody had gone home. Now, here's where the tax thing comes in. Turns out, due to New York state law, if you live somewhere for 6 months, which if you're a New Yorker who buggered off in March, you're coming up on it, you can legally change your residence from Manhattan to the Hamptons.
Nice.
And the taxes are a lot lower in the Hamptons. Wow. And so they're starting to think that maybe these people have moved in for good.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, so there you go. So if you're thinking about opening up a Botox studio or a yacht replacement therapy business, or other things that rich people need, I can't even a dog therapy probably. Now's the time, man. Get out there, because they're not leaving.
Well, when we lived in Kennebunk, it was funny because we'd always talk about the summer traffic when people would come in town for vacation, which is funny. You can't really bitch about it because that keeps your town going. It's the economy. It's the economy.
Otherwise
that's what does it. But people still find a way. But as soon as Labor Day came, it was like crickets. It was everything closed up, and the locals walked around with smiles on their faces. Completed summer. So
not anymore. Stuck with it.
I'm wondering where Gratefully Alive is. 600 a month, 4,000 square feet. So there's a lot of
Mobile,
people.
Alabama.
I think it is always fascinating to see what people are paying. And then also, like, if they're making the income you would make in a city anyway. So,
exactly. Now, like in Lexington, it's like it's $1,000 a month for 1,000 square feet. It's going up a little bit, but that ain't bad.
Yeah.
But it's not like, Manhattan or San Francisco.
No, you're not getting like 3 or 4,000.
Yeah, studio in downtown San Francisco. I was looking at it. I'm not going to explain why, but don't worry, it's not important. It was $4,500 for 600 square feet.
Jeez.
Yeah, not worth it. I'm just going to stay here. You take a lot of Zoom meetings.
Jelly Belly founder to give away Candy Factory as part of Golden Ticket Treasure Hunt.
Yeah, and what is this ad?
I don't know, but luckily,
dear future maker, why? Okay, anyway,
you know what?
I don't even know.
I'll mute it just so we can see what goes on.
Yeah, I don't actually know what's in this video. Obviously, there's an ad in front of it, but at any rate, so this article sounds awesome and gets more and more depressing the farther down you go. So it sounds like they're implying that there's a candy factory owner who's going to give away a candy factory.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Ticket. Yeah, doesn't it? And that's all true, but there's a lot of details. So it turns out that you go down there and it's the Jelly Belly founder. So it's like, okay, well, if you like Jelly Bellies, maybe this is all right.
Right.
Well, it turns out then there's a twist, though, is that in order to get it, so 5 people will win $5,000 if you find a necklace with a tag that has a code, and I guess you hit them somewhere. Here's the problem, though, is that then the next sentence is Klein, who's the founder of Jelly Belly, no longer owns Jelly Belly.
Of course.
And instead, he's giving away one of his, quote, Candyman kitchens. And I don't know what the hell that is, but they're in Florida. And they can't be profitable because why the hell would you give one away if it was making money?
He's probably giving away a franchise, a free, we won't charge you the franchise fee.
It's a timeshare for a candy factory. Well, it keeps getting worse. So the contest is also not free. You want to get in on the contest? It's $50. And you got to do it on Facebook. And it's limited to 1,000 people. And it just sucks.
It sounds like he's selling lottery tickets.
It does.
What do you call them? Raffle tickets. That's what it sounds like.
Which I think is illegal.
Yeah, I actually tried to pull this off with, I did pull off. I was going to pull it off with my Yugo. When I was leaving Idaho, I wanted to sell my Yugo, and I thought, I'm going to do it as a raffle. Yeah. Eventually, I did not do that. But
you can't do it. It's not
all right,
legal,
but this sounds sketchy as hell.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to get a timeshare of a candy factory in Florida. Forget it.
Potsdam's Game of Thrones New York Village battles over toilet art.
Yeah, so there's some really good photos of toilet art in this article. So this was one of those where I was
if it was the Hamptons.
Yeah, wouldn't it though? It starts out, it's funny because it's potties, but actually it turns out this is a very deep article that keeps going and has a lot of detail. So apparently what I love about it is they launch right into it. There's this guy named Hank Robar who has 3 or 4 properties in the town of Potsdam, wherever that is, where apparently he's filled his front yard full of toilet sculptures using toilets and flowers and dirt. But he's been doing it for 15 years. And the reason why is he's mad at the city council because they won't change zoning rules He's got some kind of a problem with zoning in a Dunkin' Donuts franchise he owns. So his preferred method of protest is planting used potties and filling them in dirt and flowers in his yards around town. And they've apparently been back and forth with lawsuits about this. But it gets even better. It turns out that he's, of course, obviously defending with free speech. It's a First Amendment. I can put a potty in my front yard with dirt and flowers in it if I want to. Well, it gets more interesting when you find out that it turns out that there's an entire artistic genre. And I got to dig around and find this thing that started 100 years ago. Yes, in 1917, Marcel Duchamp displayed a ready-made sculpture called Fountain, consisting of a porcelain urinal in New York that is considered the first salvo of the avant-garde movement.
Wow.
So it's actually, I know it looks like a bunch of used commodes with dirt and flowers in it. It's actually historical art.
Wow. This is brilliant on his part.
It is. I mean, it's going to be hard to not argue that didn't happen, but that's what he's going with. And it's like, oh my God, it sounds like somebody wrote a 60-page dissertation on the avant-garde art movement and toilets.
One thing I love about these dudes is these people who go to war with their community.
Yeah,
and
or this.
There are so many out there, with the top one being that guy who was pissed off and he made himself basically a tank and started plowing the town down.
Yeah,
Great documentary if you want to watch that on Netflix. But this could be this is a book I would love to read. Is just about the people who get so mad they go to extremes. Yeah. So, well,
he's one of them for sure.
He's one of them.
The problem is they don't sue you for not making them look good.
Yeah, it's going to cost you money.
Yeah.
Hundreds of Americans planted Chinese mystery seeds. I would have been one of those people, I think.
Yeah, I would have. Well, I mean, we've been talking about it enough.
Yeah.
So it turns out this Jason Kobler, who admits that he's a little bit obsessed with the seeds, and I am too, actually, for a reason that he actually made it a little bit more mysterious. So what he did was he filed like thousands of Freedom of Information requests to try to get all states to turn over everything they had on the number of people who complained about it, like whatever, to try to get a handle on like, so what in the hell's going on? And basically, it turns out one of the interesting tidbits in the article is how many people ate them.
Why? I don't understand that one.
Well, and also you find out that people are dumb, was his basically overall conclusion. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know what they were. They ate the seeds. Some of them exploded. They planted a lot of them. Some people's gardens got overrun or things didn't come up. But what he's basically uncovered is that based on the number of complaints received, he's guessing that it was something like 15 or 20,000 of these things were sent out.
That's so much.
Initially, it was supposed to be a way to, I forget what they call it. I wanted to call it fluffing, but it's not fluffing. It was
boost?
Brushing. Yes.
Brushing.
Yeah. Fluffing and brushing, not the same thing. Probably, as far as you know. But yeah, so the brushing idea is that they would then fill in fake reviews on Amazon for the seeds, and then that would make their ratings go up, and then.
But does that make financial sense?
Well,
I mean, because they had to pay the shipping, even if it was U.S. Post Office rates. 20,000 of that's a lot.
Yeah, that's the question that the author is asking here, and he doesn't have an alternative hypothesis. But he doesn't think that's what it was. He just doesn't know what it was. He's like, this doesn't seem like that's a lot. It was every state in the country. It was thousands of them. And he's like, I don't know that I buy this, but he doesn't really know what it actually was. But it's a fascinating read. It's over on Vice.com, probably the hottest article they have today.
Awesome. It sounds like we might hear more about this later.
I can't wait to find out what it actually was. I think the number of people that ate the seeds is the horrifying data point.
Dominatrix insists we were just giving people a laugh after she and her suspenders-clad slave are barred from Lake District Gastropub for public spanking session.
Yeah, boy, that went on right. Okay, so here's the deal. So there's a lot that doesn't add up here, and if you scroll down, you can find the photos of. And I think there's a video.
There's a video,
it's not
right
great.
there.
It's the people doing this are never the ones you want.
Oh my gosh!
You know?
Well, it reminds
look
me
at these guys.
Pulp Fiction and what's his name?
Yeah,
the
pretty
Gimp.
much. Yeah. So apparently now she claims that she didn't think anybody could see that.
Ugh.
And there isn't anybody visible in the room, so maybe. But whose camera is this that we're looking through?
I don't know.
Yeah, and yeah, so anyway, I don't know that I buy this.
I would vacate the premises.
I mean, if I walked in and I saw this going on. I don't care what this is a demo for. I don't need to know.
Right, yeah. Hey, you're going to get the reaction you want, which is me leaving.
Yep.
Come on, people. Let's be better. This dumb base comet just flew directly into the sun.
Yeah, there's really not much more to it other than I'd like to byline Leroy Jenkins. This is not a clickhole article. It's actually from Futurism, and this dumbass comet actually did fly into the sun.
No, that would have been
I don't know
awesome
anything
to
about
see.
the comet. They basically, somebody caught it. It was the Halo CME, which sounds like something that would be in a Microsoft Xbox game, but nevertheless, spotted this comet that went into the sun, and it didn't come back out the other side, so it either hit it or it got too close and it melted. And I just like the headline. That's really all there is. I just like it. Anytime you use the word dumbass, especially about comets.
Yeah. I like, especially if this is, what website is this? Is this Futurism? Okay.
Futurism.
Yeah, I guess it would have been great if it was like a noted science journal. That would be a fantastic
it's like
one.
Sky and Telescope. This dumbass comet.
UFO sighting. Eyewitness blown away by recovery of alien disc. 100% alien. I hope they said one hundo.
Yeah, I hope so too. Actually, run the video just in case it's the dude doing the voiceover, because I think it'd be better if he tried to explain it. I didn't actually watch this.
Orange object outside military base.
I hope to God he narrates this.
Apparently, everyone wants to know about this.
Phone while I'm driving, so.
Okay, here we go.
I mean, I'm not really, but you know. Anyways, this is a Marine entrance to the base. Look at this. What do you think that is, huh?
It's a ride.
UFO right there. Look at that. UFO.
I do like that.
Can you believe that? Right in broad daylight.
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight, man.
With the wide load.
Just hauling UFOs around now.
And look at this.
I love his joy.
What do you think that is, huh?
Yeah.
He's been through here how many times?
UFO right there. Look at that. UFO.
Look at it. Look at it. What else could it be?
He's finally caught the government.
Yeah.
He's got him right where he wants him.
Boy, you know, it's like that was what I was saying.
That?
This is like,
right in
you
broad.
know,
Wait, where?
the government's trying to hide a UFO. That's not
I
how
want
it
to
is.
pause.
Huh?
Show me the.
And look at this.
Okay, I want to pause
What do you
right
think
on
that
it,
is, huh?
and then we'll give our what we
UFO
think.
right there.
Yeah, there's a still later in the article you could jump to. That's
I'm gonna say
Cylon.
awesome jet ski.
Yeah. Yeah, jet ski, sure.
Oh,
yeah.
satellite dish.
Yeah, maybe.
It
It's
could
got that
be.
little weird bump,
It's got a bump in
It's a
it.
new DirecTV. It's a 5G transmission.
Yeah,
station.
I'd love to see an artist come up with the alien version of what it is actually, because you've got a lot of room to play with.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, but all I'm saying is I feel like the Marines aren't hauling UFOs around on the back of trucks looking like that.
Yes, but to his point, wouldn't that be a great way of hiding it in
I
broad
guess.
daylight?
Yeah, nobody will ever expect this to be a UFO. Well,
He just can't wait to try it. Impatient toddler stuffs fistful of butter, sugar, and flour in his mouth while baking as his grandma desperately tries to get him to stop eating the raw ingredients.
Yeah, I don't know if we had this video on before or not.
No.
Or not. This is actually
No,
a
we
different
did
kid,
not.
isn't it? Okay, good, excellent. So yeah, so I pulled this. This is our cute going out thing out here. This is great. I haven't had a 2-year-old in a while, or been cooking with somebody this drunk, but this looks.
He is
this
cute
looks
with
fun.
this little hat.
Yeah, all right. Let Nana undo it, and then you can throw it in. No eating the butter, though, okay?
Man, they used a
She-
Pixar song though.
Yeah.
We're gonna get stomped for
There you
intellectual
go.
property.
A cup of sugar, okay?
You just eating it.
He's got it.
Gonna eat the
He's
sugar.
got a cute voice. Wait, did he eat the butter already?
Okay, hold it over.
You got to give him the egg. See what happens then.
Oh, he wants in.
Hell yeah.
Oh, he went for that sugar, yeah.
Yeah. Sugar's great.
Did you eat butter as a kid?
Yeah.
I think most did. There's something. Nice move.
Yeah. We used to do peanut butter and butter sandwiches, which actually does taste good. Sounds
Really?
gross. Yeah, it's not bad. I grew up poor. What can I say?
I love. It'd be a good podcast where you just get
Yeah.
poor people on.
Yeah,
I'd be
there you
on
go.
there. You'd have really long discussions about government
Yeah.
cheese.
Well, here's a side note. I was talking to a friend of mine where I told him I didn't know if I grew up poor or not. And he said, I'll tell you how you know. He said, did your parents hide food from you? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, you grew up poor. I was like, all right. Well, now I know.
Locks on the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the government cheese. Mine was I always had the lunch tickets. Stocks of lunch tickets.
Yep, that's another one.
Yeah.
So do you think these guys actually made any cookies, or did he just like inhale the ingredients?
I think she knows he's a cookie
Yeah.
eater. This does remind me, though, of the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode where they have a contest, and one of the punishments is they have to eat a whole cake, but it's just the ingredients of the cake, not mixed, which I love.
That would be hard.
So, all right. Does he throw up at the end of this?
He's 2, so probably.
Yeah.
That's what they do, right?
All right. Well, that's
probably
awesome.
craps himself and passes out. That's what those do. Toddlers, man.
The worst.
I'm telling you, can't take them anywhere. And then they turn into college students, and you're right back to square one.
My then toddler-age son ate an entire 24-slice package of cheese slices. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
2 days? That's brutal.
Man. That's a lot.
My son Matthew had gastrointestinal issues when he was young, and I remember one night we woke up.
Where's the story going?
we hear him crying. We go into his crib, and it's just like cheese curd everywhere, and it just hits you first. You walk in and it's dark on. You hear that smell, and you're like, well, I'm not going to bed for a while.
Get out the blowtorch.
Yeah. One of the great highlights is when your kids can actually make it to the bathroom before puking on everything.
Yeah, I know, that's great.
Like, wow,
then you're done.
We've made it to a great level here.
You're done as a parent. I mean, the only thing after that is when they move out. I mean, you're pretty much finished.
Oh, Matthew, he's 40 now. Yeah, that's definitely one of those good family discussions you bring up when.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yep. Those are the best.
Yeah, those smells are real. I also have a poop on the wall story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, everybody's got one of those.
There's something fun about, they call it finger paint for a reason.
Yeah, pretty much. It's all payback for something.
Awesome.
We did, I'm sure.
Well, you going?
So, what time you want to do this tomorrow? What have I got for? We normally do it 5, I think. I've got this
see what I got going on
How's
here.
5 look?
Usually 5 would be a good time for me.
Yeah.
Let me see what
happens.
Wednesdays are usually my busier meeting day, but 3 days. I should. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 5. Well. Yes, I've got a virtual meeting at 6. I've got
cool. We'll
back
be done
to
by
school
then.
meeting, so 5 fits in there. Yep.
Have a good time with that. Those are the best.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Chance told his teacher that he felt like giving up on school today, and then we got the guidance counselor called 15 minutes later. I'm like, oh God, here we go. Like, no, he seems fine. He's got B's. It's all right. He's on a list now.
Oh, that's funny. He just wanted to not give up life, wanted to give up school.
Just venting. Yeah, now he's like, they're going to call him for suicide checks, and now it's like, great.
Like, no, it's just the people
never
don't
complain
like
to the
school.
authorities. Never. You'll get on a list. It's no good.
Yeah, it would be nice to know what list you're on. If you want to find out if you're on a government list of some sort, one great thing to do is to go get your TSA approval.
Yeah.
I was actually nervous before I did that. I thought there's got to be something I didn't know that I did in the past. And so after that, I thought I must not be on a list.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Cool,
what do you got going on tonight?
Drinking myself into oblivion. How about you?
Sounds like a winner.
Let's do it.
Something like that. I've found more balance, so I'm not as a stickler on salt. So
good.
I'm doing
Nice.
that. Trying to
Excellent.
not
Need
be
more salt.
trying to who wants it's like having a vegan living with you.
Oh man.
Somebody who can't have salt and is just talking about
not
sodium
cool.
content. That's like a vegan living with a family that runs a farm. That's just wrong.
Or like when one of your teenagers decides that they're going to change become vegetarian or vegan or something.
Yeah, exactly. Great.
You're just trolling me.
Great. We'll see how long this
I know
goes.
this
Okay.
Yeah. You're not going to eat bacon again. Whatever. See how long this lasts.
Okay. We'll see you guys all. Last time we were on, though, we should recap. We had an awesome time. Awesome movie.
God. That movie on Friday, if you guys didn't see it, you got to check that out, man. Like normally, those are a little long and they're hard to recommend because, it's an hour and 40 minutes or whatever. You should check out last Friday's video.
So enjoyable.
Good Lord, what the hell was that movie? I've said that 1,000 times since Friday. The hell did we watch?
I don't, and like I said, I don't know how we keep getting better and better movies.
Nobody had heard of that one.
No, it was so fun.
Yeah, it was great, but what the hell, man?
At first, when it said Sammy Davis Jr. was in it, I thought, is this
really?
somebody that they're faking as Sammy Davis?
Yeah,
but no,
sorry.
it was legit.
Sammy Davis the third, no, it was him.
Yeah, it was him. He must have been in tax trouble. He needed an influx of cash or something.
Yeah. They tricked them all to signing at the same time and didn't give them the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to pass.
Did the end pay off? Yeah, kind of. I mean, it just kind of kept going. Basically, it was like it didn't make any damn sense the whole way. Totally worth it. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, at the end, it was like, okay. So
you missed a box kite dropping bombs on the town. That's not exactly a spoiler, but that's something to look forward to.
It's what we call the money shot in the industry.
Yeah. I was like, wow, I've never seen that before or since. Okay.
You'll only see one movie with that.
Yeah, that one. There's
Greaser's Palace. I have not heard about Greaser's Palace.
I haven't either.
So love getting recommendation. We'll have to check because right now, we don't have one locked and loaded.
Yeah.
So
we got to check to make sure it's in the public domain. And the funny thing about that movie we watched on Friday, it was in the public domain, but made in the 70s. And I guess the reason why was that's how bad it was. They abandoned the IP.
Just give it
They're
up.
like, we don't need to protect our copyright on this. It didn't make any money. Screw it. Holy crap, though.
It's my favorite kind. Underwater cowboy bar fight? No, but
kind
there was.
They threw some guys into the water trough a couple of times.
Oh, there was a dog in the bar fight, which
the dog in the bar fight. That's right.
You want to look for that, yeah.
And you could tell that it did it the first time, and I caught it, and it was like in the one scene, and then it was gone.
Yeah.
And it must have kept on happening because eventually, by the end of the movie, that dog's in every bar fight. He's just out there going, "Woohoo! Yeah, what are we doing? This looks like fun." Yeah.
No.
Worth checking out, man. We've saved a copy of it. It's going to go away in 2 weeks on Twitch, but all of our videos are being offloaded to YouTube, and I just have to remember what the hell that channel is.
Yeah, once we know that. Somewhere
once we
on
figure
there,
that
all
out,
the
I'll go get
content
it. Yeah, so anyway, that was worth watching. That was
awesome.
A good one.
Okay, guys, we shall see you tomorrow, and hopefully you'll stop by, and always pay attention to Fark.com to see when we're going to be up next.
And don't do gender reveal parties.
Yes, exactly.
For any reason.
You're an a-hole, no matter what.
Indeed.
No matter what kind you do. Okay.
That's right.
All right, see y'all.
See you guys.
Bye.